January 23rd, 2018. First hearing is a new RDA filing on Barnett Road, Mass Electric. The Sutton Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, January 23rd, 2019 at 7 p.m. at the Sutton Town Hall, 4 Oxford Road, Sutton, Mass. Purpose of this hearing is to review a request for determination of applicability submitted to the Conservation Commission by Mass Electric Company, National Grid, Waltham, Mass. Project consists of installing one pole within the utility easement along Barnett Road on map 45, parcel 6 on Barnett Road, Sutton, Mass. This notice is publicized in accordance with the provisions of General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40, commonly known as the Wetlands Protection Act, and the Sutton Wetlands Protection Bylaw. Good evening. Let's see, we have a few housekeeping things. The bylaw fee has been paid, the consultant fee, the ad fee. Is there a GP number?
It's an RDA.
It's an RDA, okay.
Just need butters with
All right, you've got the, notice of intent sheet up here, so that's why I read that.
And then the butt cards. There you go.
Oh, what did I do the wrong one?
Yeah.
Oh, you keep green ones, yeah.
Okay,
All right,
floor is yours.
thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Kate Rimmel. I'm here from BSC Group on behalf of National Grid for this project. I hope you can all see my map here, but a brief overview of the project. This includes one utility pole installation here on Barnett Road. It's along the existing power line there. And the work is proposed within the buffer zone to this wetland, which is associated with Steenberg Brook, so also within riverfront area. My understanding is that this is normally considered an exempt minor buffer zone activity, which is not recognized under the bylaw, so this is being sought under the bylaw only. As always, sediment controls will be utilized between the work area and between the stream and wetland, and the excess soils will be removed upon the installation. So overall, no adverse effects to these resource areas are expected. So that's a brief overview, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Are you aware of what we use for wattles? 100% biodegradable,
Okay,
and no plastic mesh.
okay. Certainly happy to have that as a condition.
Brandon?
She's absolutely correct in what she said. It's an exempt minor activity in the Wetlands Protection Act, not necessarily exempt under the bylaw. That said, they have a picture that's very clear of where it's going to be. It's in the grassed shoulder of the road. No vegetation coming down. Yes, it's near Steenberg Brook, but it's a drill, plop it in, done. This is a pretty simple decision, in my opinion.
Mike?
No questions.
Andy?
No, I'm all set. Good. Make a motion to close the public hearing. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to issue a negative determination for Barnett Road, Mass Electric National Grid. Second.
Condition that.
Condition that 100% 12-inch straw biodegradable wattles with no mesh. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank
Have
you
a
very
good
much.
night.
Thank you.
Your name again?
Kate Rimmel.
Can you spell your last name, please?
Oh, it's R-I-M-O-L.
Thank you.
It's falling down. All right, thank you very much.
Wanda will have to fill out the sheet for the RDA after, because this is the NOI sheet.
Oh, the sign sheet should be on there. Oh, just, oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Okay.
Should we do it? Thank you.
I was gonna say, I thought I put the right sign sheet on there.
Okay, and we have to wait till 7:15.
Do we need one more?
So I think we can go down to the minutes.
Skip the first two.
Make a
Um,
motion to approve the minutes of December 19th, 2018, and January 9th, 2019.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We approved the annual report last week, Wanda.
Yeah,
Or
I know.
last time.
I just gotta remove that. Now, what's the one for 179?
We did that,
Didn't we do that?
we did that the last time also.
Wait a minute, well, wait, let me get things straightened out here.
Elisa will be in. Return due to, we had no quorum. I don't know if she needs to be in, but.
Well, there was no quorum, so you couldn't do anything with that.
The last
You
time,
had to
yes.
come to this one, so.
I don't, let's see. That was that under board business the last time?
Mhm.
Just to see
Yeah, it was.
if she needed to do, if I remember correctly, if it was to see if it was an amended order or to do a minor field change for the trees that they want to cut.
There's a couple additional trees.
Yes. So, anyone have a recommendation, a minor field change or
For
for 107
West Milford?
West Melbury?
Ram's
It's,
Pond.
there's an open order of conditions,
Yes, and they wanted to take down some trees or something?
some trees, and I believe there's an arborist letter, but
Well, if there's an arborist letter, then.
minor
well,
field
It's
change.
just a matter of conditioning it to.
The
require
letter's
replanting
here.
of
There's the letter.
Letters here. She had two of them, I think.
And you have to recuse yourself from this one, right?
Yeah.
There's a paperwork there.
Okay, so it's some additional trees that they want to take down. There's the arborist letter.
There's 3 more trees, looks like. Or-
Yeah. So we just need to, as far as I'm concerned, it could be a minor field change since it's an open order of conditions. We just need to know how they're gonna replace them.
Two letters, Skyhook and both Bill Emmett agreed, so, make a motion to issue a minor field change for, what's the address here? 107 West Millbury Road, to allow additional trees down.
And we need,
And, they'd have to give us a planting plan. We don't need to,
To replant.
yeah, so long as you replant prior to signing off on the order, right?
But 1-to-1 ratio.
1-to-1 ratio, and looks like we got 3, 5, 6, 8 trees. 10, 11, well, I'm showing 11 trees. But I don't know if these are some of the ones that were on there, so.
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Welcome back, Mike.
I guess this one, Wanda. Uh, 26 Valid Way, I believe, Brandon last meeting had talked, they wanted a certificate of compliance, and when he went to do the inspection, there was additional work that was not permitted, so Wanda wrote a letter asking them to come in, and she got a response that they couldn't come in tonight.
She called and said she couldn't come in tonight, but that's why I gave her your number to call you, and she never did, so.
She didn't call me either, so. We'll have to wait and see if they can come in the next meeting, I would guess.
Okay. I can send out a second letter.
Conservation restriction, I thought we did that last meeting too.
Wait a minute. something different.
I know it was on the agenda and we talked about it.
Yeah, but there
Did we
was a
forget to
reason
sign
why-
something?
Yeah, he didn't sign the paperwork. Okay. Okay, what it is everybody has to sign this so I can send it down to the, Board of Selectmen.
So that conservation restriction, they're also giving one to Grafton, I see, too. Because
Yeah,
part of it's in Grafton.
Grafton, part of it's in Sutton. It was supposed to be done like 10 years ago. They did get done, so. Yeah, I bring that downstairs then.
I'm not gonna
Think we-
recuse myself from the next one, because I'm the contractor on the project.
On 188 Providence?
Yep.
Do we really have to wait 3 more minutes?
No,
What?
no. Unless you wanna
7:15.
figure out the schedule for the bylaw, or do you wanna wait?
Yeah, okay, we can maybe do that. 2 or 3 minutes.
You need a date.
I had emailed about maybe meeting to discuss bylaw amendments next Tuesday or Wednesday. So, what would anyone prefer?
Either night would work for me, so
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm
available either.
Wanda, you'd prefer Wednesday or Tuesday? But you don't really have to be here, but
But it depends on which room you're gonna go in.
probably in your office.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it could be
Yeah.
that simple, right, yeah?
It could be that simple.
So what time do you wanna do that?
6:30, 7, 6:30?
Around 6:30? That's
6,
fine.
even 6?
6 works.
The earlier the better?
Yeah.
Okay,
On
6
what?
I'll do
o'clock.
5,
Which will be next Wednesday?
Wednesday at 6.
You wanna do it Wednesday?
The 29th?
Yep.
The 30th, 29th is Tuesday,
We're doing Wednesday, right? I'm sorry, I'm looking the wrong day.
at 6 PM.
At 6 PM? Okay.
At Wanda's office.
We need
What I
that as
would
a-
do is I'd leave the door open because, I'm here on Tuesdays. So I'm not here.
Well, do you want to do Tuesday? No? Wednesday's better?
No, Wednesday would be better. I mean, it's up to you, but
Okay,
I'd be leaving when you'd be coming in, so.
that's all right. Okay,
Do we need to put that?
well, she'll have to post an agenda.
I
yeah.
have to,
We'll have to post it.
What was the date? Just
The 30th.
the 30th.
At 6.
Okay, that took us till 7:15.
Yeah.
I have to recuse myself. I'm a contractor on the project.
Okay, you have a thing for me to read, Wanda?
Now, we have a problem with this one. Joyce didn't do the butters twist in time. She just gave it to me today, so they're gonna have to be continued anyways. So that they can be mailed out.
This is an RDA, though.
I know.
Okay, 188 Providence Turnpike. The Sutton Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, January 23rd, 2019, at 7:15 PM at the Sutton Town Hall, Forkswich Road, Sutton, Mass. Purpose of this hearing is to review a request for determination of applicability submitted to the Conservation Commission by James Fitzpatrick, Sutton, Mass. Project consists of an addition to the existing building on map 11, parcels 3 on 188 Worcester Providence Turnpike, Sutton, Mass. This notice is publicized in accordance with the provisions of General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40, commonly known as the Wetlands Protection Act, and the Sutton Wetlands Protection Bylaw. Mr. Fitzpatrick, let's see. The fees paid, you did the bylaw consultant and ad fee. Have you got any applications with any other boards pending, the Board of Health, the Planning Board, the Appeal Board?
No.
No? Are you taking down any trees?
No.
No? So we don't need to worry about an arborist.
Yeah, I kinda goofed up and I put 188, Worcester Providence, it's 190. I was wondering why the numbers were out of line.
190?
Yeah, it's 190. I gotta,
Do we have to re-advertise that?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
well,
I don't think we can go forward. I think that needs to be re-advertised for legalities.
because I noticed it, I noticed it today, that when he wrote out the butters list, he put 190, and I was thinking it was 188. 188's the building before
Right.
it, that's what I
Text
thought. All right,
So
yeah,
we
I
could
can
advertise as
do that.
188,
Yeah,
so that does it.
yeah.
Even with his
I
name?
can do it.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah.
be specific to that address.
Okay. I'll re-advertise it. He's gonna come back anyways, because of the abutters list didn't get done,
Just
so,
through the chair, I thought for an RDA, we did not need an abutters list.
You don't?
well,
We don't,
We
and we
don't.
don't need to, you don't need to do certified mailings to the direct abutters either. RDA follows the same procedure as under the Wetlands Protection Act. I think there's confusion because for many years under what I call the Briggs bylaw, the one before this one, before 2015, it was required, but that got changed because the people at the time who were drafting the bylaw thought that was a bit onerous for an RDA. So it's no longer required. But you still have to do a legal ad in the paper, and obviously it has to be correctly referenced.
And we're sure it's wrong in the paper, just not wrong on this? The newspaper's definitely wrong?
It doesn't matter.
I just wanted to make sure our agenda wasn't the only thing, so he doesn't have to come back over one address.
Right, right.
If the T and G is accurate, then I think we're,
Well,
No, because it has to get, it has to get advertised
It wasn't.
in a public place, the
Okay.
town hall. So if somebody walked by and they saw 188 and thought, well, that
Right.
doesn't, so that's part of it too.
yeah, it's wrong, it's.
okay, so
I
I guess
went
we
by
have
the
to,
other plans, and the other plans that we were using were for 180, mostly were for 188, you know, this one says 188 on it, that's where I got the,
You know what we should do in the future to correct that? Probably be like parcel number.
Well, the parcel, this is how,
It is
I'm
there.
the one that
That's how
figured
you
out
figured it out.
190 because
It
in
is
the
here.
RDA, it didn't have an address. It only
Okay,
had
in the
yeah.
legal ad.
It only had parcel and map, map and parcel.
Yeah.
And I was a little confused, and I realized that this is lot 3, and 188 is different, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That said, this application's been administratively incomplete. So, let me pull it out, let me tell you that really quick. So on the RDA form, well, number 1, you're supposed to check off one of those boxes. It's a question that you're asking the commission, and none of them were checked off.
All right,
So we need to know what you're asking for,
okay.
what it is. I kind of figured out what you, from the plan and the narrative, but you have to check one of those off
Okay.
so we can give you the right answer.
All right. So do I take this, or?
You sure can, so yours.
Okay, great.
so it can be continued to February.
well, do we close this one out and
I
then
don't
start a new one because it's
all
got the
wrong, so
right,
this doesn't
yeah,
count.
so,
Good question. If it's advertised incorrectly, do you have to close it out and have them refile? That seems a bit onerous, don't you think?
yes.
We
I'm
just
gonna
do
go
a
with,
few
you
changes.
don't need to do that.
Okay, so just continue it and re-advertise it for the next meeting.
Gonna make a motion to continue this to February 6th at 7:15, Wanda?
Yes,
Oh, I got,
Make a motion to continue to Wednesday, February 6th at 7:15. We're gonna make sure it's properly listed as 190 Worcester Providence Turnpike. And for anyone who's watching, it was marked as 188. So 188 is gonna be continued under 190 Worcester Providence Turnpike.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You're within 200 feet of the Cold Spring Brook.
Yep.
So number 3 is gonna have to be filled out.
Okay,
You might need some help with that.
okay.
Sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, I never realized it, so,
Because the plans were 188.
right, because we used the plans from the other filing that he did, and it was easy to take photocopies of that. So he
But what did his
showed
paperwork say, 190?
188.
188.
His paperwork, the plan, what he submitted to?
Plans. The plans for that.
No,
said
on the RDE form, he didn't put in an address, he only put in a map and parcel number.
Right, so I
And he
didn't
supplied
catch
Wanda
it.
with an old plan from 188, because it also shows 190 next door.
See, it showed, I told him just use the
So
old
that's why she
plan,
got confused.
and that's why I wrote the 188. He just wanted to add on to the back of the property, the back of the building. So I will re-advertise that and get it straightened out.
All right, now we have about 8 minutes to
Kill?
kill, and we have nothing left to kill it with, I don't think, at the present time.
What are you doing with bylaw fees?
Yeah, you could, what do we have?
Yes, 8:05.
Oh,
I was gonna suggest that we maybe discuss those next week at the meeting with when we talk about the bylaws. And then we can vote on it in the next week meeting, and maybe Bob will be back by then.
What was that?
Sounds reasonable.
Good to me.
Okay.
Do we need a motion for that? Do you need to wait to 8:05 to do it?
Yeah,
Wait to 8:05?
I don't know if you want to shut that off for 5 minutes? Well, but we're gonna twiddle our thumbs for, till 7:30, I guess.
7:30, oh, yeah, okay.
Say we're taking a break.
Yes, we're taking a break.
What's this 40 Marble Road? Oh, he's, never mind, it's on it. Why is that on 20?
Maybe say the time. Take a break until